Hi YouTube. I'm making this video tonight because I have time instead of making it later on this week like I said I was going to. So let's jump right into it. Group 3 of the 4 behavioral disturbances in borderline personality disorder. I can't speak tonight. I'm sorry. I'm just going to take a breath and hopefully do this without sounding like a total moron. Because I know I sound like that sometimes. So group 3. We're getting there. Yes. Impaired perception and reasoning. That would be like difficulty with concentration. For example, your thoughts or your behaviors. You have difficulty controlling them. Lower stress tolerance. You like that a little bit better. No. There. Yeah, that should work. Sorry. But yeah, so the next subgroup is paranoid thinking. Dum dum dum. I'm a paranoid thinker. It may occur when you think people want to hurt you. You're paranoid. People don't want to hurt you. You think that they do, but they don't. I think that all the time. Like, I think that Kevin's going to leave me all the time, and I know he's not going to. In rare cases, like me, people have hallucinations. They hear things that aren't there, they see things that aren't there. I'm one of them. The next subcategory is dissociative symptoms. Ooh, I am also in that category. Man, do I split. You've seen that. Remember this is my MPD / did. Well, it's not multiple personality. It is borderline, but I split severely. Sorry, I have a bit of a cough tonight. Next subcategory, magical thinking. Unrealistic self. Yep. For an example, me thinking that I could be a lawyer, for example, but I didn't do well in high school. Well, I did well in high school, and I didn't want to be a lawyer, but, you know, that's what I'm meaning. Like, you want it to be something, some grandiose ideal of what you're going to be. You're going to be an athletic, but you did poorly in gym, or you want to be a musician, but you can't play an instrument. That's magical thinking. Next subcategory is depersonalization. I suffer from that too. I suffer from a lot of the stuff that is there for BPD. And that's feeling like you're numb. Bring you down a little bit with me, so that way I can sit comfortably. Feeling numb, hollow, empty. Which brings us to subcategory of the last set for group 3. Unstable sense of self or self-image. I'm reading my list, so that's why I'm not looking at you, I'm looking down at that. You need people to fill your emptiness. You feel so empty that void, you need to fill it, and you don't know how to fill it, so you fill it with people who might be toxic. You're a chameleon. I'm definitely a chameleon. I can change into whatever people need or want. You really have no true sense of who you really are or what your values are. And you have poor self-esteem and poor self-worth. That's pretty much it for group 3. Group 4, I didn't write anything down. I'm just going to read to you the subcategories for each and give you a little explanation the best I can. Group 4 is markedly I cannot speak, I'm sorry. Remarkably disturbed relationships. Oh, I think everyone with BPD has this problem. Big problems. And usually the closer the relationship, the more turmoil, the greater it is. But subcategory 1 would be a pattern of unstable and intense personal relationships. I think everybody had that problem. You think that it's perfect, and then all of a sudden, no. You sit there and you idolize somebody, and then all of a sudden you don't. Then you think that they're the big bully and that they're going to hurt you. Then disappointed that the relationship cannot stabilize your feelings and life. You may have an abrupt change in attitude that moves too far in the opposite direction. That was a quote out of the book. Next subcategory is black and white thinking. I'm a very big black and white thinker. Sorry, my little one was asking a question. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. So, black and white thinking. Everybody, I think, has a form of black and white thinking sometimes. But everybody lives in a not so colorful world when they have BPD. It's either one way or another. It's never the gray in between areas. I suffer extremely from black and white thinking. If you don't believe me, you should ask my husband. Next subcategory is frantic efforts to avoid real or imagined abandonment. I suffer from this, and I know a lot of people do. Their fear that they're always going to be left alone. I fear that. I've feared that for many years, and I still do fear that I'm going to end up losing Kevin, even though I know it's not happening. But that is all for subcategories for group 4. So that is group 3 and 4 for this video of the what is it called again? The 4 groups of behavioral disturbances and borderline disorder. Group 1 and 2 is on the previous video. This is 3 and 4. Until next time, bye YouTube. I'll talk to you later.